So the beginning of the engagement planning process, before we were even engaged, Cameron and I were looking at venues and trying to start emailing them to figure out availability, because a lot of the time you have to book a year in advance. A lot of the emails that came back to me were saying like, congratulations on your engagement, and I was like, I'm not engaged. It was awkward. We were doing it before we were engaged. And so it felt like kind of weird getting that at the beginning of the emails when I wasn't even engaged yet. I kind of felt like a fraud. But now that I'm engaged, I really enjoy seeing it. So right now I'm just comparing them and putting them in an Excel sheet, so I'm to the best of my ability, and I rate them on how beautiful they are, their price, where they're located, so how far away of a drive it is, if it could be the ceremony only or the reception only, or if it can host both, and just things like that. Oh, and how many people it fits, of course. Two days after getting engaged, we started on our guest list. The venue that I fell in love with, because it's so beautiful, only holds 130. So that's the thing. I doubt that's going to happen, but I can dream. And doing the guest list so far is the hardest, because we have to decide, do we want a big or a small wedding? And he wants a lot of people and like a lot of friends to just celebrate and have a huge party, and I just want a smaller, more intimate, authentic, really personal event. But we're going to just be figuring out how we can have a bigger event than what I expected, but a more personal event.
10:21 a.m.
So I'm here at my mentor meeting really early, so I thought I would debrief you guys on how the engagement and wedding planning process is going. We're not planning things every day, obviously, because that would just take over our lives, and then our whole relationship just becomes getting ready to get married. But right now we decided we're going to take all the options from the Excel sheet that I have and take our 3 favorite options and then just narrow it down from that. So we have our engagement party list completed. We're working on figuring out who's going to be in our bridal parties, which is harder than you'd expect to have like the same amount of same number of people for both sides. And I really want an even number, so it's like me and then 2 people beside me, so the photos look nicer. Let me think of what else. Oh, we're going to a bridal show after church on Sunday, so that's really exciting. It's going to be our first one. The tickets were free for the bride and groom, so Cam and I are going, and I'm really excited for that. Actually, it'll be the first like typical wedding thing we've done, but we did start putting together our registry, and we started that online. And then his parents gave us the tip that we should go into stores and actually see how certain things feel, like our cutlery and bed sheets and stuff like that, and make sure we actually like the feel of them. So we did start putting together our registry, but it kind of just felt like shopping together, because we always shop together. But it was kind of exciting, like knowing that we were picking out things for our future house that we would hopefully have forever. So yeah, that's kind of how it's going.
Oh, great. So it's your thing.
So we went to the wedding show, and it was fun. I'm glad we went. We got like a lot of discount coupons in the goodie bag, but there weren't like many vendors. There's like a decent amount, but we kind of already knew what we wanted. We found like some cool wedding planners and stuff like that, but we kind of already knew what we wanted, so it wasn't worth being there for 4 hours, so we just left. We had an idea of having the wedding ceremony in a tent at Cam's grandparents' house, so now we're off to White Rock to go see if that'll work. So we're thinking the front yard of their house for the wedding in a tent, but Cam's just looking to see how this would look if we had fire.
For dinner, you get to choose from a chorizo crusted ling cod, spiced ginger chicken breast,
I decided I'm gonna order these because I like that it comes with both the bracelet and the hair tie, and it also comes with one for me. And we haven't decided on if we're having 4 or 6, so this is more than enough.
So, vlog update, because I suck at vlogging in the actual moment. Carmen, one of the girls I'm living with, agreed to doing our cards. So right now she's designing them. We have most of our engagement party planned. We figured out our guest list for the engagement party, and that was much harder than it should have been, because if you invite this person, then you have to invite these people, and so forth and so forth. So tears were shed. It was a lot. But we have that done, and I found cute balloons that my parents are going to be buying to decorate the place. And we plan on having it catered by Rocco's. We figured out the majority of our guest list, so all the people that need to be on the guest list are there, and no more people are getting removed. We might add a couple people. Cam's dad brought up a point that if we do our plan of setting up a tent and just using the tent, which is $3,000 to $4,000 by itself, and decorating that, then we'd be on a 1-hour ceremony or 2-hour ceremonies, which kind of seems pretty pathetic. I asked Cam's mom if she would want to go dress shopping with me, because I've been very mindful of the fact that she is all. She was so happy that I asked her. She actually started screaming. She was like, "Are you serious? Like, do you actually mean you want me to come?" And I almost cried. It was such a sweet moment. I'm so glad I asked her. So I'm going to be booking appointments today, or maybe not today, this week, to go dress shopping with my mom, Cameron's mom. And then yesterday our parents met, so we went on a little boat trip together, and our parents and our siblings met, and it was probably like 4 or 5 hours. It went so well. I couldn't have imagined it going better. I was so happy. It was way better than I thought it would go. Everyone was really social, because we have a lot of shy people in our families. So everyone was talking, really social. The kids, we played phase 10 together, and that really helped conversation flow, and it was just a really good time. So I'm very happy about that. I didn't take any videos or photos while we were on the boat, which I was kicking myself afterwards. I texted my sister. I was like, "Do you have anything at all that I can use for my engagement vlog?" Because I keep forgetting, and I get so wrapped up in the moment that I just don't think to go and record it. So yeah, I have my bridesmaid gifts pretty much figured out. We figured out the bridal party. There was 5 girls I wanted, possibly 6. 5 girls I wanted, but we brought it down to 4 because we want an even number. And yeah, so we have that figured out. Our website's almost done. I can show you that.
So we're doing our website with Joy, because, I don't know, we just thought it was really easy, and they have a registry section where, oops, that's my prof. They have a registry section where you can put, come on, I know, all these different registries into one section. So there's Bed Bath & Beyond. We can also add Amazon. We can add Lowe's. We can add whatever. There was different templates, and it was pretty customizable. Right now we have this. Cameron picked it out. I'm not really the biggest fan, but it's rose gold, and that matches kind of. We did the fonts and everything, figured that out. You can do RSVP questions, so everyone can RSVP online. Ooh, come on. Will you be attending our wedding? And we did these ourselves. Skip. Or not attending, and then there's follow-ups for if they're not attending, ask them to leave a note for us. If they are attending, ask if they have dietary restrictions, and they can either type in the answers themselves, or there's multiple choice. And then we also ask for their mailing address, so it's really easy to just give thank you notes and stuff like that at the end. We have random filler photos on right now because we haven't done our engagement shoot yet, because most of that happens with the photographer you're going to use for your wedding, so I'm just working on figuring that out still. Our schedule's not done. Our story is done. That's kind of cute. So we have our whole entire story here. It shows you the app view and the website view. Here, I can just open the website actually. It's not published yet, so nobody's seen this. Yeah, so I really like this. Samantha and Cameron, yada yada, all gold. RSVP here. And then we have a schedule, which we haven't actually done, but that's what it could look like. RSVP. Or no, I actually don't want to go to that page. Because then it'll make me RSVP and I don't want to. Registry. So there's a photo of us. And then I just wrote, your present is enough of a present to us. However, if you want to bless us with helping us put together our home, we would be very thankful. We put together a list that is also student friendly. And below there will be where our registry is. Our story. That's us at my friend Tori's wedding this past summer. So here's our whole entire story. And then there's also tidbits, which they came with pre-questions. You can take that off, but I thought it was kind of fun. Who made the first move? How did you guys meet? Stuff like that. Then there's our wedding party. Nobody has photos up yet, so I have Missy, my sister Carmen, and Adri. And you're able to write like a little thing about them, so her photo will go there. And then Marissa, aka Missy, and I have been friends since we were 3 years old. Yada yada yada, and there's a little story and my favorite memories with her. Q&A, which will be really important for your guests, because I know I look at this every time I'm a guest, so I really wanted our website to have that. Can I bring a date? Unfortunately, no. Parking, if it's wheelchair accessible, what they should wear, if there's any colors they should avoid wearing, who to call with questions, dietary restrictions, just all the stuff that they need to know or might wonder about, so that way I don't get tons of repeat questions. And here's travel, because I have a lot of family from out of town, so how to get in, where to stay, where we like to eat, booking assistant, getting downtown, and just like tons of stuff like that, so that they can have the easiest time in an unknown city. I have no idea what this is. What is this? Moments. Oh, we're going to have to delete that, but that's cute. It's photos of us. Okay, that's actually pretty cute, but yeah, we're not going to keep that.